Yo.
What up?
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the 7th issue of Why Am I Nerd presents Yo What Up Comics, where each and every week we get together to talk all things comics. From old to new, fan theories to what ifs, we've got you covered. I'm Cameron James, and back from a different multiverse who was tucked away last week, Matt, the golden voice Ferreira, has returned.
I might have been in a slightly different dimension. You know,
Yeah, I don't know who that guy was last week.
That was Matt from Earth Drunk, apparently.
That was an interesting one. You know what the best was? Like, I don't think you remembered half of it.
No. I'm going back through. I was like watching the replay. I was like, oh yeah. Like I remember saying this and other stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what I was talking about. So,
but you didn't drink today.
I didn't drink a lot today. Yeah,
you had a fitting, which is why we're doing this later than normal. For a wedding.
My bad, but yes, for a wedding. For Rob and Tori, I forget the date of their wedding, but the Rufuses, the Rufi, shout out to them. Happy wedding.
Where is it?
It's in Middletown. I don't know these things without the invitation. If I had the invitation, I would display it, but I don't.
They're still holding the wedding?
Yeah, for right now, it's still. I think it's early fall. I want to say it's October, but we had to go get fitted for everything. So I want to say it's October 3rd.
What color is the suit?
Navy, and then I have a green tie because one cool thing they're doing for this actually, yeah. So the groomsmen are matching the bridesmaids because the bridesmaids got to pick their own dresses. So we have like a set color, and then the bridesmaids had 3 dresses to pick from, and then we can kind of match up with them off that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch. I was like, I've never seen that before. It's a nice little feature.
And then the groom is not wearing navy blue.
He's wearing navy blue, but then his jacket is like light blue.
A lot of colors going on.
It looks really cool. Trust me, like everything comes very much together. We went to Forum Tuxedo. They actually did a great job. Like it's gonna look really, really good. So I'll share pictures once it happens. I'll probably wear a superhero thing under my shirt regardless. So
Batman.
Maybe. Just for you, maybe. I did actually I thought about you the other day. I wore my Batman tank top. I was like, Cameron wouldn't believe this.
I would not. Well, I had my Batman socks on yesterday when we watched Catwoman, and you had your Spider-Man ones on, which everyone can go watch our reaction on Hero Cinema because that movie sucks dick.
God awful.
Yeah, I think we fell asleep during it. Legitimately, for like, I did at least for like a hot second.
What's the most famous wedding in comics? Speaking of weddings.
Probably Spider-Man and Mary Jane.
I would say Superman and Lois Lane. Was that right?
Should be like Batwoman.
I thought.
Testing your knowledge.
I thought you had an answer for that.
No, it's just testing your knowledge.
No, I thought.
Well, shout out to Sean because he sent me the question.
Nice.
Wait, is there an answer though? There's no answer.
I mean, I can look it up while you guys continue.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that now because it could be Batman Catwoman because that just happened. I wouldn't be shocked by that.
Yeah, but that happened for like a day and then they canceled it. I think.
Really? That just happened like last year.
I know, but I think it's over. I think they got divorced real quick. So, I mean, speaking of Catwoman, like I said, we did watch the movie last night, and it is not good.
It's so fucking bad.
It's not Selena Kyle.
No, it's not Selena Kyle, and it's Halle Berry being naked the entire time doesn't even make up for it.
And the movie would not. There's no way it would come out now. It's too like sexist, and I think it's the right
misogynistic.
word.
There's a lot of sexist, misogynistic. It's everything you can't be today, and that you never should have been at any point. Don't get me wrong, but it's bad.
It is not. It is on the list right now. On that show, we have Spider-Man Far From Home as number 1. Number 2 is The Phantom. Number 3 is Toxic Avenger.
And then 4 is probably going to be Green Lantern after we watch that next.
Yeah, that's next week. Which we're on a bad streak. So we have 2 shitty ones, then we get a good one. Now we have 2 shitty ones. So we're hoping that in 2 weeks we will have a decent movie. So
please, watch or listen to the child of Yo What Up Comics and Hero Cinema, which might as well be bad movie cinema at this point, and kind of go from there.
Fair enough. But once again, this is Why Am I Nerd presents Yo What Up Comics, where you can follow us on Instagram at Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd, and listen to new issues every Tuesday on your favorite podcast service, or catch new issues every Sunday night, which may be changing soon to Monday. I don't know yet. Monday afternoon. Right now, it's every Sunday at 6 p.m.
Stay tuned to find out.
And then YouTube, you guys know the deal. We're still not verified, so
please, guys, follow, subscribe, all these things we beg you to do every week. Please tell other people do it. Make an account for your mom. Sign her up. Just
we'll bring you on the show.
We will. We'll give you a shout out on the show.
Yeah, there you go. We can give you a shout out, and if you have like a Zoom thing. I guess you can one day come on here.
Maybe we can give. Oh, you know what we should do? We should.
No, tell me.
What?
No, tell me.
I would say we should talk to our sponsors and see if we can get some kind of, you can hear this waterfall of an idea flowing through. We should see if we can get, a gift from one of our sponsors or something. Maybe like.
I think I know the owners.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, maybe we can do something like that, like a little gift card or something for our 100th subscriber.
Yeah, I think probably the sponsor should feed the people that work here too.
That would be
What
great.
do you think, Matt?
I just steal Oreos from upstairs all the time.
Or all the other junk food shit I have upstairs.
Probably get some Oreo French toast, maybe.
Yeah, Oreo French toast would be amazing. Or golden Oreo French toast, my favorite kind of Oreo.
What? I'm pretty sure
Dude,
it's
the golden Oreo
YOLO?
sucks.
Hold on a second.
Time out. Don't get me started on Oreo. I will out Oreo knowledge your fucking ass any day of the week. Do not even start. I'm gonna fucking Ohio State ass on you. Fucking shut up. Do not even talk about Oreos. It's the regular one. End of story. If you want to go against the double stuff, you
On
can say
the
double
next,
stuff.
opinions are for assholes.
Oh, I already got that planned.
No,
fuck you. I already got that
after
planned.
that. The one after that. We're getting every single type of Oreo there is. We'll go into Stop and Shop.
Amazon.com.
We'll record that part 2, and we're all going to eat them. The last person to get diabetes wins. That's what's going to happen.
There's no way
That's
I'll lose. There's no way I'll lose.
Yeah, I'm pre-diabetic right now. You know how many cookies I eat a goddamn day? I'm doomed. I am doomed.
So you're going to win. No,
the last person.
So I'm not winning. I'm winning.
Yeah. You're not going to get diabetes. I'm going to get diabetes.
So you're losing.
Probably after this cookie. I'm
you're
really
losing.
close.
Oh, wow. I just hit the microphone for the first time. Anyway.
See what happens when you get
whatever.
impassioned?
Fuck you.
I don't understand how you hate golden Oreos.
They suck.
So does Batman. You like him.
Bullshit. Fuck you.
What do you think Batman has? What do you think? Does Batman have snacks?
Yeah.
Does
Oreos.
Batman have snacks?
Regular. Double stuffed Oreos.
I feel like Batman's a beef jerky guy.
Bullshit.
You don't think Batman has beef jerky?
He eats lobster in the Lego movie.
Does he? Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. But he heats it up in the microwave. That's a little...
Yeah, and he eats it.
It's questionable. Yeah, it's questionable. But
you.
I think in his little fanny pack, he's probably got some, some cheese sticks. Maybe a little bit of beef jerky. Some road snacks right there.
Man's meat.
What? He is man meat? Is that what you said?
And we're back on Batman's dick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you mean?
I think I said the wrong thing.
Yeah, 99.
I meant like never mind. Like protein. Like Spider-Man probably eats like gummy snacks.
Spider-Man, no, I'm not going to say what I was thinking because that's not appropriate for this podcast. Children might be listening.
What?
What though? How do you go? I was going to
who cares?
You want to hear the weddings? Get you off the subject?
Yes, there you go.
So they don't have a number one, but they have the most famous superhero weddings. Reed Richards.
Oh, come on, that's lame.
Makes sense.
That's stupid.
Peter Parker, Mary Jane.
Bitch.
Jean Grey and Scott Summers.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Black Canary and Green Arrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Clark Kent, Lois Lane.
Okay.
Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
weak.
That is
Barry Allen and Iris West.
Also on the weaker end.
Wally West and Linda Park. Storm and Black Panther.
What?
Kyle Janadu and North Star. That was actually the first gay wedding in comics.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. North Star, who got killed by Wolverine and Enemy of the State. Spoilers.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's gay. He's like really gay.
I didn't get that impression from that book.
Yeah.
Made headlines in 92 for being openly gay.
92.
Yeah.
No shit.
Well, then they have the in The Boys. I don't think they did that in the show. In the book, one of the guys is like secretly gay, and
really?
they do it really bizarre. It's like
I don't think they did that on the show. It's
it's not. They shouldn't have done it. It was really, really kind of stupid.
Batwoman, Catwoman, of course.
Batman and Catwoman.
Yeah. We'll end on that.
He said Batwoman.
He did.
Yeah.
Batman. So anyway,
But
moving on.
Speaking of comic book news, we do have the new releases coming out July 15th. So we recommend you get into get into your local shops, to check out these titles from the Big Six. From Image, we've got Gideon Falls 23, Moonshine 19, Family Tree, which sounds like a store, number 7, Die, 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 number 11, The Old Guard, Force Multiplied, number 5, Savage Dragon, number 250. I forgot about Savage Dragon.
The Old Guard just came out on Netflix.
Are you sure it's not the New Guard? If it just came out?
You're an asshole.
We should start adding that in. It's a little sound effects there.
I'll find a soundboard.
We've got the Ludocrats. Yeah, Ludocrats, number 3. 20XX, number 5. Image giant-sized artist-proof edition, Oblivion Song, number 1. From Dynamite, we've got Vampirella, number 11. Red Sonja and Vampirella meet Betty and Veronica, number 11. Red Sonja, Age of Chaos, number 5. Death to the Army of Darkness, number 4.
Do you think that's a what the hell is that movie?
I know what you're talking about. The with Ash.
Yeah, with Bruce Campbell. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Thank you.
I wonder if that's.
I feel like it's got to be related.
Death to the Army of Darkness. Can you see that's an Evil Dead spinoff?
Although they should open with Evil Dead, the Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Actually, is that on Hero Cinema?
No.
We might have to do a special edition for that. I've actually never watched those
The second
movies.
one is better.
We've also got Sacred 6, number 1, and Betty Page, number 1. From IDW, we have The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 106. Star Wars Adventures, number 32. Excuse me. So Oreos are coming back up. Snake Eyes Dead Game, number 1. Transformers 84, Secrets and Lies, number 1. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Too Long a Sacrifice, number 1. Disney Comics and Stories, number 3. G.I. Joe.
13.
What?
It's number 13.
Oh, excuse me, number 13. Pardon me. Sorry, Disney Comics and Stories. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Complete Silence, number 1. FCBD 2020, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, number 1. I believe Cameron's getting it. That's
Free
the
comic
first
book day.
appearance.
Free comic book day.
Oh, damn it. I was going to make a joke.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
you're right. That is Free Comic Book Day. Damn it. Totally got me on that. From DC, we've got Nightwing, number 72, Justice League 49, Aquaman 61, Teen Titans 43, Strange Adventures 3, Dark Knight's Death Metal 2, Catwomen, number 23, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, number 12.
Doesn't that say woman?
What?
Isn't that Catwoman? Isn't that what the word
It's
woman?
probably Catwoman, but there might be a typo on here, and I thought there was a multiple, where it's like multiple people.
Maybe I just copied
who
this. So.
adopted the cat. Like it could have been
Oh, could be.
Patience
No,
from
it's
the
probably-
movie.
I don't
It
know.
could have been Selena Kyle. It could have been whoever the hell Michelle Pfeiffer played, because I don't think that was technically Selena Kyle either.
I just copied this.
Okay, I
Whatever.
know. It could be. It's probably just a typo. Might be Catwoman, number 23. We also got Daphne Byrne, number 6, and Metal Man, number 8. For Marvel, we've got The Amazing Spider-Man, number 44. Cam, for fun facts, everyone, Cam tried to get me here in the script and put Amazing Spider bitch, and he actually almost got me, but he put bitch all in caps.
And you read it beforehand.
Yeah, well, I read it beforehand, but my spider sense set me off.
Fuck off.
We also got Venom, number 26. The Immortal Hulk, number 35. God, that's terrifying. Avengers, 34. Fantastic Four, number 21. Captain Marvel, 17. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 4. Giant-sized X-Men Magneto, number 1. Empire, number 1. Spider-Woman, number 2. Strike Force, number 8. Free Comic Book Day 2020, X-Men, number 1. Conan, Battle for the Serpent Crown, number 3, which actually should be a movie. And 2020, I'm assuming this is Free Comic Book Day 2020 as well, I, Wolverine, number 1. And from Dark Horse, nothing this week.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
They're kind of the dark horse in this whole race for selling comic books, aren't
Bro,
they?
you and the puns. You and the fucking puns. I gotta say,
That's my actual
Dynamite's
superpower.
really pushing the Vampirella Red Sonja
Yo,
thing.
like, what is that about? We need to, can we reach out to Dynamite? We should tweet them.
Well, Red Sonja responses whatever it is. The hell is that?
It's someone talking about Batman, I think. It's probably why he wears the
It ain't
the cowl.
talking about Batman. But anyway, so we're going to move on to our Who Asked for This segment of the week, which is Ben Franklin saves Marvel's The Thing in the Nude, which, I think this is a part of a Deadpool story. So,
My real question is, which one of them is Nude?
this pretty much, according to an article from, Screen Rant, it says, Deadpool Volume 4 is filled with hilarious and memorable moments. The moments are funny enough that they'll make you cry, but nothing compares to the time Benjamin Franklin saves Marvel's The Thing. When Benjamin Franklin discovers the Thing is in trouble, he soars downtown in the Nude and uses his kite to electrocute a villain named the Electronic Destructive Man and his giant squid. After Benjamin saves the Thing is still mad about being shocked and punches Benjamin in the face. The Thing probably couldn't have survived. The The Thing probably could have survived without Benjamin's help, but it goes to show that Benjamin Franklin is a superhero. Stupid.
But I don't understand, how does that even... who was thinking of that? Who got really, really high and was like, hey, what if Benjamin Franklin and the Thing teamed up to save Philadelphia?
I mean, they made Benjamin Franklin look like Dr. Manhattan in this.
Yeah, he does. He's glowing blue, and he's naked, so that does make sense. Maybe that was their...
I don't know why this was in a Deadpool comic.
I mean, it makes more sense to me somehow that it was in a Deadpool comic than anything else.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like you said, whoever thought about this one is definitely... hopefully they're not writing comics anymore.
Yeah, hopefully not.
So, but anyway, this is going to bring us to our segments and topics of the day.
Ooh, let's go.
All you, my friend.
All right, so first we have Batwoman finds a new lead in Godfriend and Mizar. So this is from comicbookresources.com?
Yeah.
Comicbookresources.com, CBR.com. The CW's Batwoman has cast Godfriend and Me Alarm Javicia Leslie, apologize if I busted up her name there, as Ryan Wilder, the woman who will become the Scarlet Knight in season 2.
So I guess they're sticking with the Ryan Wilder name.
Yeah, which, so interesting, because this is, I think, to my knowledge, the first African-American incarnation of a Batwoman or Batgirl by any means, a female Bat character. Interesting move. I still don't give a single shit about the show. Mm-hmm. I remember watching the first episode, and I watched the crossover she had with Supergirl, and I was like, this is not good. Those are the only two things I've seen of the show, aside from also the last crisis they did with all the CW characters, where the Arrow was, super important for no reason.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, he's super important.
Again, I tried watching the Stargirl show, and I dropped out of that 3 episodes. It's
just really I wish it would be more serious. They have good characters. They've got good actors for a lot of these shows. I think the kid who plays the Flash is a good actor, but they give him absolute shit to work with. It's...
I don't understand. I don't know why they don't just bring those actors into the actual DC extended universe. Why recast them?
Because they're dumb. Honestly, at that point, you've got a dedicated fan base. The actors are good enough quality to probably perform on the big screen and make it believable. You just get better writers for them.
I mean, I'm not against the move. I think especially what's going on nowadays, everything. I'm not surprised they did it.
Well, yeah. Considering they had to, rush to replace Ruby Rose, I don't think that's.
You really think they had to rush that?
I think they probably had things in place. I feel like with a lot of stuff like this, with production for different shows, movies, whatever, they have a pretty strict schedule. So I think this is probably influenced by that. They knew what they wanted to do. They already announced they were changing the character. They clearly know how this transition is going to take place. It's just a matter of finding someone new to actually fill the role. What I think is bad that we discussed previously, though, is the fact that you basically have Gotham that has lost 2 protectors in the span of 3 years or however long it is on the show.
Why? Who are you saying? Who did they lose?
Well, Batwoman became Batwoman because Batman was missing, and now Batwoman's missing. So there's a new Batwoman that's clearly not the same Batwoman.
Which they did say. I think we talked about this 2 episodes ago or whatever it was. That at first they were going to kill her off.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, she's just missing. Which who knows what that means? Maybe that means they're keeping it open if she wants to come back,
and then there's going to be 2 Batwomen.
I don't know. I mean, and again, I think it was a smart move for them to do it based on what's going on in the world right now. Mm-hmm. I know there was a talk about that other. I forget who the other woman was originally, and there was big backlash about it because she wasn't she's not involved with the LGBTQ community and not acting in real life. She's married to a man, and
which shouldn't be the end all be all for a character. I don't think that's the end of the world when it should come to casting. I understand the need to promote LGBT characters, but since Batwoman is in essence an LGBT character, I don't think it should matter who plays her. It should be the person who can best bring the role to life.
Well, now
now
they're doing 2. They're bringing in a person of color, and they're bringing in somebody to play a character that's LGBTQ.
And she's not. Oh yeah, I actually didn't even look that up. Is she LGBTQ?
I don't think she is, but I'm saying.
I don't think she is either.
No, what I'm saying is now you're making, Batwoman.
They're making it. They're
kind
making
of
it all inclusive, which is, listen, growing up reading comic books, being a black kid, it is cool to see a lot more people who look like you in the books and movies. My concern is that they're doing it the right way. I hope that, whatever it is, it's a natural transition. It's not like forced or like, kind of hand-fisted where it comes through comfortably and naturally with all the characters. It's always going to be my main concern with this. Because if you're doing something for the sake of doing it, it's never going to come off authentic. But if you do it and you're like, we have a goal with this, like, this person has an actual background and like motives of their own as opposed to just being a character, you know what I mean? Just being someone who's like there for the sake of being there. I think that should always be the main concern.
Yeah, I mean, like, just piggybacking on what you said, I think it all depends on what they do. If they just throw her in there, it's like, oh yeah, she just like stumbles upon it.
Which like I'd be so mad if she just like, oh, I found Batwoman's costume. Like really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe the only thing I can think of is
For the record, though, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
That is what happened in the first episode. She literally accidentally kind of finds Bruce Wayne's Batcave. And it's like, oh, we got to change all this stuff so I can be. That's how they bring her in. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing that I could see them maybe doing, and maybe her name really isn't Ryan Wilder.
Ryan Wilder.
Maybe it could be Lucius Fox's like niece.
No, it's Lucius Fox's son or something like that.
No, I know that's Luke. He turns into.
Oh, he's in character in that?
Yeah, he's a character in the comics.
Oh, the dude with the wings?
Yeah, he shows up in Batman vs. Robin.
Is it Batwing?
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's a stupid name.
But I mean, maybe it's a.
It is. I mean, like for his plane, sure, but for like an actual character, like think about that. You're a villain. You're on the street. You're like, oh my god, guys, we got to steal all this stuff. Like, oh no, Batwing's here. Like that's not fucking scary. That's not striking fear into anyone's heart.
Neither is fucking a guy in a red jumpsuit wearing spandex with a blue thong on.
Yeah, he's not supposed to inspire fear. That's not Spider-Man's thing.
Fuck off.
Venom, that's Venom's thing.
What?
Is being like scary. His name's fucking Venom. Like that's a terrifying mother. If Venom was in your basement right now, I'd be the fuck out of here. Real quick.
Okay. You want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah,
Since we're not getting anywhere here. Wait, hold on. So are we agreeing with it being Lucius Fox's niece or something that could work?
It depends on how they do it. Because it depends on how they bring it. It's like I said, it depends on how they bring her in. It's got to be a natural way to do it. Like if Luke Fox just like, hey, I need your help with something, and she shows up, she's like, oh, I could be Batwoman. Like then I'm like, this is stupid. But I don't like the show to begin with, so I don't. You know what I mean? I don't have a high.
Yeah, I won't be following along with that one as well. So, but anyway.
But we've also got the DC Rebirth Justice League film, also from CBR. So a rumor has surfaced that Warner Brothers is planning to develop a reboot of Justice League entitled Rebirth that's separate from the Snyder Cut. So I can sum this up in, I think, just about 3 words. I don't know about you. What the fuck? Like, why is this even remotely necessary? Like, they have no direction. Whoever's the head of the DCEU needs to literally just call up Kevin Feige and be like, yo, can we go out to dinner? For those who don't know, Kevin Feige is the head of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And to go out there and be like, how did you storyboard your plan? Because at this point, Marvel has nothing to lose from sharing the sauce. But, like, DC clearly just can't figure their own shit out and get out of their own way. It's not that hard to say, here's where we want to go. Here's how we're going to get there. Step by step by step by step by step. And I'm like, here's the movies we're going to release along the way. Here's the story they're all going to tell. And they all, link together. They fight Darkseid. That's what people want to see. Just fucking do it. Even if it's not Darkseid. If you want to beat Marvel to the punch by having someone else, it could be Trigon. You know, it could be an well, that's basically Dormammu. But still, whatever. They can do something. Like they can get there, and they've just been so disjointed. The fact that there's been no, to my knowledge at least, no action on like an Aquaman sequel, and that movie performed very well. It's a very fun movie to watch. Like, what are you guys doing?
I mean, unless they could follow. So I'm not against this. I think it needs to happen. I think that those movies are so disjointed, like you said, that, you know, the Snyder Cut, like, what the fuck's it really going to do? Like, who cares?
No, it's
like,
it's 100% fan service.
So the way I could see them tying this in is if they follow the footsteps of the DC animated universe. You figure, we've talked about this before, it technically starts with Flashpoint. So if they're gonna release the next Flash movie based on Flashpoint, which is technically number 1 in the DC animated universe,
well, then they can reset everything. So that would
because then after Flashpoint and that, it goes to Justice League War, which would technically be this Rebirth film, essentially.
But see, here's my thing. That's a stupid title.
What?
Rebirth.
I think they're just what's the right word? Referencing the fact that they just redid the whole.
Oh, probably, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's dumb. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Like, keep it.
I don't think they should name it that.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can see them following in the footsteps of Flashpoint and then do this Justice League film because apparently they're doing Justice League Dark, which does fall into the timeline. Probably about, I think that's episode or book number or movie number 9 or something like that.
9 in that series?
Dark is Justice League Dark.
If you guys haven't watched already, anyone watching the show, we highly recommend the DC animated films. They've honestly done just a wonderful job with just about all of them, especially the ones that follow. Even though there's not a clear way to tell without looking it up online which ones are linear. We did post it.
Yeah, it's on our Instagram. You can
Pardon
see
me, we posted that. Highly recommend taking a look at our Instagram, finding out what movies you need to watch and watching them in order because it's really well done.
Yeah, and the thing that I liked about the Justice League War movie, which I hope they bring into this, is that none of the characters know each other, but they all have their power already.
It's got it's got a very Avengers-like feel where they just kind of come together because there's one threat that they couldn't all beat on their own.
And they don't explain how anyone gets the powers in that. They just have it and they just assume you know. And I think it's done well. And like we said before, Batman and the Green Lanterns bicker and banter back and forth.
Yeah.
Is
and
really,
they actually
really
have
good.
a great fight with Superman too. That's one of the highlights of the film.
Yeah, that's relatively early too. It's like in the first
Yeah, and a lot of people are shocked that Batman exists. Like, I thought you were an urban legend. Like, it's like a lot of the movie does really well. It's a little tongue in cheek at parts, but it does a very good job overall. And I think that's something, honestly, that a lot of producers in the 90s and 2000s kind of forgot about. They were so obsessed with going with the origin, they forgot you can just kind of have a movie be a movie. You don't have to know every single thing that happened to someone before they got to where they are. Like, and then it gives you, more exposition to explore later if you really want to go into their origins. But
and you figure too, they've made so many movies about these characters anyway. If you really want to know the origin story of the Green Lantern, either A, Wikipedia it, read a comic, or just watch the shitty ass one that we have to watch this week on Hero Cinema with Ryan Reynolds, and you'll have an insight. You'll get what it is.
Yeah.
And but I think it's a smart move. I think it needs to get done, and I would say if it'll be interesting to see who they cast as what, assuming they're going to use what's his face, the Twilight. The hell's Twilight's name?
Robert
Pattinson. Assuming they're going to bring him in as Batman, but
although maybe they're playing this against us. Maybe like they actually do have a plan this whole time, and they're making all these movies, and then we're going to see a crisis movie where everyone comes together. The TV show characters are in it. All 6 different Batmen are in it. Superman from the past are in it, and they bring it all together, and then boom, shit out a movie.
That's
just like the final scene of Avengers Endgame.
They did it in Power Rangers. They brought all the different Power Rangers together. Remember we talked about this
yesterday? Fucking awesome, yeah. It's a difference.
Anyway, so next topic we have, which kind of, again, there's really not much comic book news this week, so we're heavily focused on like the TV shows and like the
movies
films,
and all that.
Our apologies, but blame the comic book world.
Yeah. But it is pretty cool, though. So, report, Warner Brothers developing Constantine film with Justice League Dark tone. It's going to be J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot, not to be confused with the Terminator, will reportedly produce a film starring John Constantine that will mirror the tone of Justice League Dark. So,
I think it's awesome. Because, like we said, the Justice League Dark movie, the animated movie, is fucking
Justice
sick.
League Dark Apocalypse War is fucking also phenomenal. Be prepared for gore, though. Like, a shocking amount of gore and favorite character deaths. Literally nobody in that movie is safe.
It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I didn't get that far yet. Again, I'm taking my time. I'm on, like I said, the 11th.
Hurry up.
I know. I got 2 more left. I got to watch Reign of Superman. Then I got to watch Wonder Woman Bloodlines.
Oh, I haven't watched Wonder Woman.
And then I got to watch Apocalypse
You can
War.
bang that out this weekend.
Oh, I'll have it done tomorrow, probably. But yeah, I think I have a love-hate relationship with Constantine. I thought that the Keanu Reeves movie was...
It's very underrated.
It's like a hitter. It's like weird. It's like they tried to do it and they to me they missed the mark a little bit.
They definitely missed the mark, but for what it was, it worked. I don't know if that just speaks to the character being that. I don't know.
He didn't even have the right trench coat on.
Yeah, no, I agree. He didn't look the part, but I think the character maybe just works that well that it's just kind of almost universal that you can't fuck Constantine up just for the nature of who he is. But the Constantine TV show and Constantine in all the movies have been the same guy. So like as
in the animated, let's make that clear, the animated movies.
Yeah, sorry, the animated movies and the live action TV show that was short lived, and even his appearances in the CW shows, all been the same guy. So my thing is, keep that guy employed. Like, he's clearly putting in work. He's revived the character. And every time I have a good idea, we hear that waterfall rush of ideas. So clearly we've got to keep him in the role, but I think he does a bang-up job, like, honestly. And I'm not one to just say people do bang-up jobs all the time. So
yeah, they didn't. I don't think they casted it right with Keanu Reeves, unfortunately. Love Keanu Reeves, don't get me wrong. I love Keanu Reeves. Don't John Wick my ass.
But he's probably right there.
I know, but, I think that, again, and he didn't really use, the whole, demon power thing that he's got going on. He had a gun at one point.
It's really he had that weird holy.
Yeah, it was shotgun looking thing. Yeah. I don't know.
It's I actually don't know much about Constantine's history.
I don't either.
But I just as a character, you just kind of vibe with him. This is a guy I would get a drink with.
Oh, 100%. He's always drinking whiskey.
Yeah,
and he can stick the dead, and he hangs out with Dead Man.
Just hang out with Dead Man. Pisses me off though. Dead Man's kind of annoying to me, but that's a different story. Other things that piss me off that actually need a new, fresh breath of life, just something to really come up and hug your face. Aliens and Predator. Wait, what?
Good segue.
Appreciate it. Alien and Predator movies likely come. I'm sorry. Aliens, Predator movies likely from Disney with new Marvel Comics titles. This is a really, really poorly worded article heading. But it's from Cosmic Book Nude.
I hate this name of this fucking website.
This actually, I love this website for the news they give, but God help me if someone doesn't help you write some things a little bit. So we're looking at new movies for both Aliens and Predator, both looking very likely from Disney as Marvel Comics announced they're creating new titles for the franchises. So, honestly, I fucking love this. Because honestly, hear me out. And I've said this for a while. There's a couple franchises that keep coming out with movies. Alien and Predator are probably the top tier of these movies because it always happens with them. Where it's, we're on an alien ship. We're in space. Nobody's around us. What's that? Egg? Is that an egg? Oh no, guys, it's so cool. I'm okay. My stomach just hurts a little bit. I think it was that egg foo young that we brought from Earth 60,000 light years. Oh no! And then fucking Alien. Every single movie is the same. Even fucking Prometheus. Same goddamn thing. Then boom, we get to Predator. Hey, I'm in the jungle or I'm doing some random thing, minding my fucking business. Hey, there's a weird 3 dots on you and boom, you're dead. That's fucking Predator. Try to figure out where Predator is. He's fucking super sneaky.
You done ranting?
Alien versus Predator is the same thing.
That movie's terrible. That movie's awful.
Really, really bad. I had the bootleg in high school. Was it high school it came out?
That movie sucks.
It's really bad. I fell asleep multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So here's my issue with this is that Disney doesn't make rated R films.
Yeah,
these can't be PG-13.
But Disney owns Fox now. So there was nothing ever said that Fox was going to be disbanded. So they can make it all under the Fox title. So it can be a Fox movie. It won't have the Disney brand, but Disney's still going to get the money. They just own the Fox brand.
Yeah, but will they make the next Deadpool movie rated R? Even if they do it,
I think they have to.
So
or if they
these
don't,
have to be rated
R. But
R.
the thing is, if Disney doesn't make Deadpool rated R, then you can bet that Deadpool, the thing I love about Deadpool being meta and something that we'll get into once we get to our feature title of the day. The cool thing about it is that he can try to curse and it'll bleep it out, or something else happen. Someone will get shot and it'll be flowers coming out of him instead of blood. It's really you know what I mean? It's something that they can comment on, then release a rated R version later if they want to. It can still 100%.
But you can't do that with these two films.
No, these two films 100% have to be rated R.
There was legit backlash when Alien vs. Predator was PG-13.
Yes.
And then they made a second one that was rated R because there was so much backlash at the first one.
Yeah, but no one cared at that point. Oh, dude, I remember I was so mad at that movie. A Predator dies, so early on. I'm really?
Which
how?
one?
In Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah, during the winter. During they find the temple in the basement.
The
basement.
in fucking Antarctica, which it's fucking dumb.
I mean, I hope, again, they've No, it's Disney. I mean, obviously, like they're gonna have a plan. They can't just put it out.
But there's like really easy ways to fix this, though.
It's
like
also not needed.
What?
Why? I don't think you need another Aliens movie.
Well, no. If they make, here's my thing. I don't know. I don't have an idea for a new Predator movie. But if anyone steals my Aliens movie, I demand some kind of credit for it right here because I'm about to announce it. There's a really easy solution to fix the Aliens franchise, and that's that they finally make it to Earth. That's it. Just an literal alien invasion of Earth is in of itself a phenomenal fucking idea for a movie. But they're never gonna fucking do it. Why? I have no idea. Because it's teased and terrified. It's terrifying, and it's teased in almost every movie. Like, oh, we can't let him go back to Earth. Oh, we can't let him go back to Earth. Just fucking let it happen. Like at this point, it needs to fucking happen if you want the franchise to grow at all. Because you keep making the same movie.
I mean, that is the same. That's the same movie as Signs, though.
No.
Oh, come on, same goddamn thing.
No, Signs is like a sneaky alien invasion. I'm talking aliens all over the fucking
planet. It's like Mars Attacks.
Yes. But with,
just dark.
But with darker. Xenomorphs. Yes. Far darker.
I mean, and as for Predator, I mean, you already did a jungle scene. You already did fucking New York, I think.
There's LA.
It was LA?
There's LA for Predator too.
Then you've gone back to the jungle like 30 other times. Then you had the one version of it, which was, I think it was Predators with an S, where it was like a Hunger Games knockoff thing.
Yeah, I
like,
didn't watch that one.
It was with
Olivia Munn.
With Adrian Brody.
Yeah. Oh no, that was Predators, and then there's The Predator is the one that just came out.
Yeah, I mean,
which like whatever, Sterling K. Brown and Olivia Munn. Where I was like,
but who like did they? Yeah, they bought this. They have this for the comic book world, which obviously we've talked about that before. Where it would be cool to see just like the Marvel characters fighting Predator, fighting aliens, like that could work. The Xenomorphs and whatnot. But did they really need this for a movie standpoint? Probably not.
No, but like I said, with Alien, there's a shot. Predator, I'm not sure there's anything else they can really do.
Like think about this. Think about this for a second. Your kids your kids are watching Disney Plus, right? Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden you have the freaking Predator head sitting there, or the alien thing.
I mean,
like
I'm sure there's another way they would do it. It'd probably be released
Disney
like
X?
I said under Fox, where they'd have like, could I watch like a triple X version of Frozen?
If you wanted to, if you're into that,
yeah, I could let it go. Oh yeah, I love that. That's a great idea. That needs to happen far more often.
You should probably move on to the next topic.
Batman HBO Max.
Read this. This literally got announced an hour ago. It's 8:20 at night right now on Friday, July 10th. This just got added to the script because I was dumbfounded that I fucking read this.
All right, do you want me to do it in the voice?
No.
Okay. The Batman director helming spin-off series for HBO Max. Wait, what?
Thank you.
Wait. What? That's actually fucking awesome. Director Matt Reeves is helming a spin-off of The Batman with HBO Max series focusing on the Gotham City Police. Jesus Christ. I've got fucking shout out to Kyle Giu, Colin Morgan. We need to get him featured on the show for this because fuck yeah, we've been talking about this idea forever. This has needed to happen for the longest fucking time. The GCPD comics are so good. But that's what I thought Gotham should have been, where you have an entire police department that's completely being undermined by this vigilante who can entirely outfund them on his own. Oh my God, this is such a fucking good idea.
Team Batman.
The Batman director, and yeah, Spider-Man would do it easier though.
Get the fuck out of here,
The Batman director Matt Reeves and Boardwalk Empire creator Terrence Winter are helming a spin-off series for HBO Max. The upcoming series will feature the Gotham Police Department and is set in the same universe as a feature film starring Robert Pattinson. So if they're smart, you get Bobby Pats to show up,
Bobby Pats?
Bobby, that's what I'm calling from now on, until I see him in the gym working out. Bobby Pats. He's going to show up, punching people in the face, do a couple combos, bat spin out of the room. That's awesome. You'll need to feature him maybe twice a season, and it's the highlight of that season. You got a character that's about to get shot, boom, Batman shows up.
So I guess the question for this is this would then have to take, this kind of contradicts what we're going to talk about on the post show about the movie thing, because there was a list of movies that came out from What Culture about what they felt was going to be like an influence to the Batman films, and if they're going to do this,
it's very much
similar to Batman Year One. You'd have to assume then.
I mean, well, that's the thing is that they don't grow, and the thing is, it'd almost be like what Disney did with
The Mandalorian.
No, not The Mandalorian. No, I fucking love The Mandalorian. That's a whole nother topic, though. Fucking little Baby Yoda, adorable ass motherfucker. What is the show I'm thinking of? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I feel like this is kind of like that, where it runs kind of parallel to the main universe. But since it's on HBO Max instead of ABC, you can have more people show up on it.
Right, but if they're gonna assume that in this story, right, that they're not really a fan of Batman and they don't really know what he's about, and they still think he's like this vigilante, they're not really on his side. It's Batman Year One.
I mean, yeah, but that kind of carry through the Batman mythos like the entire time.
Not if
like,
they don't. Not if they don't make the Batman movie Batman Year One, which I don't think they should do that.
I mean, I feel like they're always a like Harvey Bullock never trusts Batman. Like,
yeah, he's the only fat ass that doesn't. So fuck that guy, and he gets fucking shot in Batman. So
spoilers.
Fuck that. So I don't know. I mean, this questions what they're gonna make the Batman movie made. Because again, I thought it was a Long Halloween for the longest time. I was like, they're either gonna do Long Halloween
still kind of works. And that's the thing.
Was early on.
It's not super exclusive, but this might be something we need to talk for our our segment after, because I feel like we're getting close to running over here.
It's all right. I already warned Anthony about it. So we're only at there you go. So now we're on to our quick takes. So these are just pretty much our one shots where we used to kind of let you know what's going on. If we want to talk about it, we do. If we don't, who gives a fuck? So we got
take this first one.
Yeah, I'll just run through these real fast. We could tackle them. So we have Zatanna's getting a film, which I don't understand why they're doing that.
This is a stupid fucking idea.
The Young Justice is getting a new name, which is literally the Young Justice League, which is dumb as fuck.
Wait, hold on. To clarify, is this for the TV show or is this
comics?
It's the comics. Okay, the TV show's fucking phenomenal.
What?
The Young Justice show?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Teen
the
Titans.
Young Justice show is amazing. Amazing. What the fuck?
Stargirl is getting booted from DC Universe and going to CW only, which I want to talk about this in a second. And then the most random fucking one that should have probably been our Who Asked for this segment is who the fuck wants a Batman Forever Schumacher cut?
Nobody.
Like, now they're just doing cuts of everything.
Didn't we already get that twice? Like we've got fucking
so you have the
Batman
Suicide. Who was the guy that did the Suicide Squad?
Zach Ayers.
Is that? And can you pull that up?
Something.
Who director of the Suicide Squad?
Something.
Sorry, they're trying to push
Zack Snyder and something Ayers. David Ayers. David Ayers?
I don't know. Ant's looking it up right now.
Fuck, that's gonna bug the shit out of me.
David Ayer.
Okay, so they're begging for his cut of Suicide Squad. Who gives a fuck?
He's the director. That's already the fucking cut we got. The only cut that's valid is the Snyder cut because his daughter, God rest her soul, committed suicide. So Joss Whedon had to come in and take over the movie. Like, that is a special circumstance. Having deleted scenes from a movie does not qualify it as a separate cut of that film.
Well, I mean, I didn't know that there was another cut of Batman Forever either. But according to
deleted scenes,
well, according to CBR,
is it more nipple? Like, I don't understand how this is even possible. Wait, is it Alicia Silverstone's?
Read the article. You read better than I do, so go the fuck ahead.
Wait for it to load.
So pretty much the title is Batman Forever. After Justice League, it's time for the Schumacher cut, which it is not. Nobody wants to see it. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Known as the film which began the downhill turn for the 90s Batman film franchise, the movie's zany tone was actually enforced upon late director Joel Schumacher. Apparently, this rumored original cut of the film was instead something far more befitting of The Dark Knight and was inspired by a notable Batman origin comic book. Yawn, no.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me. So, I don't know. Again,
that doesn't exist. Because just from what they said there, if it was forced on them by the studio, it's not like they recorded it and were like, go back and make it zanier. After Tim Burton directed these films. Like, no, I don't believe that.
He did not direct Batman Forever. Remember that.
No, I'm saying Tim Burton directed the first two. And
right.
Tim Burton has a darker tone, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, he almost made that Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He almost made that, not Spider-Man, that Superman movie.
Yeah, which would have been
on another planet. As for the Zatanna film, I just don't think it's necessary unless you put her in. And maybe the only way that
shows up in another movie,
she'd have to show up in the Constantine movie. She has to show up in the Constantine movie.
I can see her showing up in Flash.
I can't.
She's
not in Flashpoint at all.
No, I'm just saying I can see her showing up. Like, it would make you need to give fans an idea of who she is, because that is general people aren't going to know her. You know what I mean?
It's like another Catwoman movie. Don't do it. They don't. This goes back to the Rebirth thing. You're jumping the gun. You're doing too much fucking shit. Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to announce? Oh, Dead Man's getting his own fucking movie? Who wants to see that?
No one.
Exactly. So
I need somebody's
exactly.
body to tell people I'm not alive. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But the thing that was interesting to me out of the one shots was Stargirl getting renewed for CW only and not the DC universe. What does that say about?
That app. Sorry, I cut you off, but that's what you're about to ask.
You think that's what you think they're trying to kill that app?
100%. I think they tried it and it failed. I think they launched it poorly. I don't think it works very well, to be honest. Every time I tried to use that app to look something up, it's failed on me.
Because you have half of the stuff going to HBO Max already.
Yeah, but
now
HBO Max is clearly what they wanted it to be in the first place. HBO Max is the better platform overall. So DC Universe is, at this point, only good for comics. It's the same as like Marvel Unlimited.
And it doesn't even have the updated stuff. It's behind.
Exactly. It's very behind, I'm like, what are you guys even doing here?
Yeah, like they're on the sequel of Deceased already.
Yeah.
The DC Universe app only has Deceased,
what, the first issue?
the second issue of the first first volume.
That's my issue here. Is like, if it was me, I would only keep, and I use my friend's subscription for it. Not even ashamed to say that. He uses my Disney Plus, so it's okay. But the only show I even care about on there is Harley Quinn. That's the only show I feel like that they had out that was worth watching. Titans was intriguing, but not good.
Yeah, we both said it. They ended the first season. The first episode of the second season should have been the last episode of the first season.
And that Batman fake out just pisses me off.
That was stupid.
That's what pisses me off too, even more, is because that show had promise. They had decent actors.
No, bullshit. We talked about this yesterday.
Raven is a terrible actress.
So is Beast Boy.
It's not he's a bad actor. He had nothing to work with. Like, why was he only one animal?
He looked like an anime character.
He did look like an anime character. I will give you that. The hair was ridiculous. Like, commit or don't do it at all.
What they should be doing with this app, here's my opinion. You can steal my idea here at Why Am I Nervous Since Yo What Up Comics, and we want credit, so maybe we can get those 100 YouTube things. They should make this app more like what Xbox has with the Game Pass, where like, okay, when a new comic gets launched, you can pay $20 a month for DC Universe, and you get every new comic that comes out.
That's a great
every
idea.
trade back that comes out. It's automatically there. Because let's be honest, yeah, I mean, the comic book price went up. I was looking at when Suicide Squad, the Rebirth came out in 2016, I think it was, comic books were $2.99. Then about midway through that issue, which I think that run got canceled at issue 60, it went up to $3.99. Now, comics are at $4.99.
$5 a pop.
Yeah,
and it's like, if it's not a good issue, you're going to be a little pissed about that.
Yeah, so I think they should just run. They should
20 chicken nuggets.
Sure, but I would be more like the only thing that you're worried about is, are you making? I guess you have to look at this as a money standpoint. I would 100% pay $20 a month. I'd pay $25 a month to get every comic that comes out real time, up to date. Every Wednesday, every trade back that comes out. If I can get it, I'll pay the $25 a month to do it digitally rather than having to go to the comic book shop. But now, I like physical comics anyway. The issue is now, what does it do to the comic book shop industry? Because if I can get everything online for $25 a month, it's like Netflix.
The thing is, I would hope what we keep the comic book, actual freestanding stores that I loved. I used to love spending time in there when, we could go into stores.
True.
Was the fact that it's, you kind of have the camaraderie, like, you make friends, kind of going in there on New Comic Book Day, and also back issues. Because a lot of people who are into comic books are collectors who like to own the physical copy. So this kind of gives a little bit of both. You know what I mean? If you have that subscription plan, then you can say, like, okay, I'm reading all the new stuff. I've got access to this. But it also might spark an interest, like, wow, I'd really love to read, like, the back issues of this from the 70s that maybe aren't available on the platform. And that drives you into the comic book stores and you can, buy them, the physical copy.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you said, it's like a double-edged sword. It's like it would work, and I bet you way more people would get the app if it was done that way.
Yeah.
But now you're putting that burden on that, I guess that's the right word, on the comic book shops.
The right word,
and like, what happens if then Marvel's like, wow, this is working. This is a fucking great idea. And then they start doing it. Now, what's the point of it? Then you're literally, a comic shop is becoming a collectible shop.
Yeah, it's becoming a collector shop. But that's actually a true point, though, because there's more than just comic books in a comic book store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't have 1/6 scale though. They don't have 1/6 scale figures. Tell you that much. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. What do they have? Like 1/7? Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know what.
Are you serious?
What's the normal size for scaling? I don't buy that many figures.
1/12.
1/12.
1/12 is the 6-inch. 1/6 is the 12-inch.
That's fucking dumb.
What? I didn't fucking.
I know no. I'm not. I didn't say it was your fault. I'm just saying
I didn't come up with
that's
the idea.
fucking weird.
So.
I actually didn't know that, but that's dumb.
Cool. I might be off on the numbers a little bit because I know sometimes 1/6 can also be like 10-inch, but
Gotcha.
whatever. So
Is that what you told the ladies?
that I got a 10-inch. I mean, fuck it. I have a 10-inch, man. Fucking sick. All right, so we're going to our what if segment today, which is my turn. If you remember, it was your turn last week.
I was probably
and
blackout drunk.
I don't know what you were doing,
Yeah.
but so your what if segment was what if everyone was pretty much the name of their character, Animorph style. So Spider-Man was a turn into a spider.
which would be fucking terrifying.
Well, that's not what I picked.
Like, yeah, but imagine Batman was an actual bat, like just swoops on you with like fucking sonar. Like, that's terrifying. I wouldn't want to live in Gotham. Wolverine was an actual Wolverine. The Thing was the Thing from the 80s movie. Oh my god, the Fantastic Four would be a devastating team.
Instead, he was a rock boulder.
Yeah.
So here's my what if, and it's to your little precious Spider-Man guy, okay? And it's not a bad thing. It's actually something that this is a two-part thing.
Okay.
What if Gwen Stacy and Uncle Ben didn't die? What would that do to his character?
This is actually conquered in a comic book, and it's one of my favorite incarnations of Spider-Man because he is famous, he's relatively carefree, he has a full family, and it is in House of M, which I think we said at some point we need to read in the future.
Talk it.
Yeah, but House of M, basically Scarlet Witch remakes reality so everyone gets what they want, and Spider-Man has... Interestingly enough, not his parents, but his adoptive parents in Aunt May and Uncle Ben are his
I
primary
completely
caretakers.
forgot that happens in that book.
Yeah, they're alive. He's married to Gwen Stacy and they have kids, and he's got a totally different look. I hate his costume, but I love his like casual, Peter Parker look while he's outside. His identity's public. He's beloved. It's just like the way his life would be if he didn't have that terrible, terrible Parker look. It's one of my favorite incarnations. But then once he realizes what's wrong, it makes him sick to his stomach. Like when they finally awaken him from that. So with that, I'm actually going to suggest we watch that, reread that as our next book.
We could do that.
Although we have been doing a lot of Marvel though. So if there's any other suggestions, I'm open to a DC book.
We could look at that for next week. So, but you didn't answer my question. What? You gave me some spiel about the House of M. What if they didn't die? What would it do to his character? What if that never happened?
I was saying is
so if it never happened, if they wrote it originally, way back when Spider-Man first came out,
he'd definitely be kind of a dick. I don't think he would have grown as much. Yeah, I think it would have been a little bit of a dick because there'd be nothing to really ground him. He wouldn't have to be humble. He'd be like, "Yo, check me out. I'm fucking awesome. Like I can do all this shit nobody else can do." Like there's nothing because losing his uncle definitely brought him down a notch because the whole reason Uncle Ben died was because he was being an asshole. He was like, this guy's running off with all the fucking
Check
money.
out my poem. No, you can continue. I just wanted to let everybody know the last episode had my poem. You want to hear it again?
No, I don't want to hear it again. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
But yeah, he would be an asshole. I think these things kind of grounded him and they made him more responsible. I think he, with great power comes great responsibility. I think he bought further into that the more people he lost because he obviously felt the weight of their demise on his shoulders because they were, whether directly or indirectly, his fault.
So you think that him ending up with Gwen Stacy would have definitely happened?
I think more than likely that was his first love.
Over MJ.
I don't think he would have had a reason to break up with her. And Gwen would have been dumb to break up with him because he's fucking Spider-Man. Like,
she doesn't know that.
She would have found out eventually. They all find out. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, there you have it, everybody. So before we move on to our featured comic of the week, here's a quick word from our sponsor.
Why Am I a Nerd podcast network has been brought to you by our sponsor, Me Moms. The best breakfast and lunch down the Jersey Shore with 3 great locations in Wall Township, Middletown, and Brick, New Jersey. Me Moms specializes in unique and fun takes on your traditional lunch and breakfast items. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can find more information at www.memoms.com.
All right, dude, here we are. Featured comic of the week. We've gotten here, and it is a good one. That did not deserve the sequel that I got because I didn't read the sequel and I don't understand why I got a sequel.
I don't know why they would make it. I actually didn't realize this comic was so old. 2012. Deadpool.
That's not that old.
It's 8 years at this point. I thought it was. I thought it was more recent.
Oh, I thought it was older.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. No, I thought this was something that came out like 2015, 16. But Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Written by Cullen Bunn and inked by Dalibor Talajic. That sounds like a comic book character. What if everything you thought was funny about Deadpool was actually just disturbing? What if he decided to kill everyone and everything that makes up the Marvel Universe? What if he actually pulled it off? Would that be fun for you? The Merc with a Mouth takes a turn for the twisted in a horror comic like no other. Collecting Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe numbers 1 through 4. Again, that's collecting Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe numbers 1 through 4. Gazoon tight to the attack.
I love this book.
It's good.
It's a quick read. It's super. I mean, you're done with it. You read it yesterday in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, while we were waiting for our food to get here.
Yeah.
Which actually I think I still need to Venmo you for. My bad.
$15.
Yeah. Whoa! I thought it was. You set the price on me. So no, but it's pretty cool. It starts off with the Watcher. Because the Watcher's doing what he does best, which is watch. How many people?
Yeah,
is the Watcher,
this part was so like. So he gives like this background story, pretty much like, okay, there's a million universes, and I watch over all of them. He's like, and he happens to stumble upon this one.
It kind of comes together in the end.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I thought you're right. Okay, so I thought the intro made sense to the rest of it.
Yes,
because it starts off with him going at the Fantastic Four right away.
Yeah, which is like
at least he shandles.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit, it's put to justice kind of, I'm sorry, it's irony is brought into focus by the Watcher. He's like, oh, they were the first family and they're the first ones to die. You don't see what he does to Reed Richards to kill him, which in my opinion shouldn't be possible. I'm not sure there's much he could really do, but Deadpool did find creative ways to kill other people, so who am I to say? The thing is just dust at this point. Yeah, Reed Richards is almost like melting. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, he's like stretched out all over the place.
Yeah, and then he's fighting the Human Torch and the Invisible Woman, who is, I will argue with this anyone any day of the week, the most powerful member of that team, and she's like, fuck you, fuck your face, and blows his head up.
Because he slits Human Torch's throat.
Yeah. Well, and she also killed the rest of the family. Their kids are stuck in a different dimension forever.
Yeah, that was fucked up. So here was my thing with the Human Torch thing I didn't get. He like blows the Human Torch up, or like he crashes him into something and
he hits him
explodes.
with like his I think it's the Fantastic car he hits him with. Like,
but yeah, because then he says how he just worked on the car or something like that. But the car explodes.
Yeah.
The Human Torch is on fire. So
yeah, I don't know if those were his flames or not, or he was tired. The only time I've ever seen the Human Torch burned in comics was when Dr. Doom sent him to hell, which was actually a really awesome book. That's his book that made me love Dr. Doom as a character. But yeah, it's the only time I've ever seen the Human Torch burned. So I can't imagine Deadpool had access to anything that would cause that. Mm-hmm. But
I just thought that was a little strange.
It was very strange. It's not clear really what.
Again, a lot of the stuff in this book is like it's shenanigans engine week worthy.
Well, actually,
it's like
funny.
fucking
the shenanigans engine of the week. You're actually gonna love after this.
Good, I hope so. Because so pretty much he goes after the Fantastic Four, and this all kind of gets placed. So they talk about the Ravencroft Asylum, which is essentially a PG version of Arkham Asylum.
But it's also where what's his face came from. I'm pretty sure.
Psycho Man.
No. Psycho. We're on Psycho Man in a minute. No, Carnage. I think that's where him and Eddie Brock were being held.
It is because we referenced it in Maximum Carnage review that we did. And then they kind of, this definitely doesn't take place in the regular universe and timeline because Professor Xavier's just like walking around.
He gets his legs back every now and then.
But they don't explain it.
No,
he's just like, what the hell? Like, I was like, what?
It's also, I don't know why the X-Men felt the need, like, why Professor X thought that he is the world's most powerful psychic, couldn't cure Deadpool, but some random dude at Ravencroft could.
Dr. Brighton?
Yeah. Which, and now that we're on Dr. Brighton, I don't know much about Psycho Man. I know he's not a character from the first Men in Black movie, but that's how they treated him, where he's living inside a robot's face.
You're right, they did. I forgot about that.
That was the first thing I thought when I saw it. I was like, this is the first Men in Black. The galaxy is on Orion's belt. Like, that fucking
He doesn't even
shit.
say belt. He's like...
Oh, he does overpronounce. That is actually very funny. He does overpronounce it.
And then comes to my favorite part of the entire book.
Professor X walking?
No. Should we even... I'll give you the honor so that everybody know what happens. Because I have a question. where were your Spidey senses there, bitch?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is one of the gaps in the book.
There ain't no
it
gap.
Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Human Torch is on fire.
He couldn't dodge a banana in Home Goods.
Hey, listen, because he wasn't in danger from Home Goods. Spider-Man just in Home Goods, getting some supplies with Mary Jane. Like, we got to redecorate the bathroom.
Spider-Man gets blasted in the head.
Yeah, which is bullshit. It was 100% bullshit. I think a lot of writers are bad with spider sense. Like, there's a lot of things. Like, I mean, honestly, a lot of people in this book shouldn't have died. Thor should not have died.
That was stupid.
That one didn't make sense because Thor gets crushed by his own hammer.
But how does the hammer grow?
The pin particles.
Yeah, but where did that come? Did I miss something?
Yeah, that's how he killed the rest of the Avengers. Remember, it expanded on the table and it blew up. Yeah, and like he got Luke Cage by putting them inside the coffee. But
that was fucked up.
Yeah, that's super fun. That's a shitty way to die. Because it probably took a while. In all honesty.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm sure his internal organs are strong, but they definitely got ruptures. They're just bleeding out internally. That's shitty. What the hell was I gonna say? No, but Thor, his hammer gets crushed, grown exponentially, and it crushes him, which I just feel like wouldn't work. I think Thor is strong enough to withstand that. Like, it might have hurt him, but it shouldn't have killed him.
I agree. I mean, he did get crushed by the fucking hammer the size of Wayne Tower.
Yeah, but he was still. There's enough of him under it that, like, I don't know.
It was like when Wolverine got crushed by the run over by the steamroller. And then I thought the Jarvis being a human was very Alfred-like to me.
Well, that's how he originally started.
Was he really?
If you read classic Avengers books, it's only recently that they changed. Actually, it might have been
my Marvel knowledge
movie.
is very, very minimal.
Yeah, it might have actually been the Iron Man movie that they changed him to a computer program.
Really?
Yeah, that might have been the first time it happened. Because
he's better as a computer program.
Yeah, I agree. Because even in the Ultimates, he's a dude.
They also had a weird reference too, which I have here in my notes. Says he asked Spider-Man if he, meaning Deadpool, thinks that they, us fans, will let him, Spider-Man, break character. Because at some point, he's referencing Spider-Man killing him.
Yeah.
So he's like...
And Spider-Man's like, oh, like, I should kill you, you deserve this, but I'm not going to. He's like,
so
do you think the fans will let you?
Because Deadpool, if you haven't read a Deadpool comic, he breaks the fourth wall all the time.
Yeah.
So that's why he's saying in this book, like, you really think the fans are going to let you break character? Like, no, like they're not going to do that. Which he also references again when he's talking about the X-Men. He's like, man, they just keep expanding your characters. Like, like they just keep adding people to it.
There's Pixies in there, like some random,
And then they have they do the Deadpool, the Wolverine reference, which we've talked about on in a previous episode. He says something to Wolverine like.
Like, oh, that's right. Healing factor is not your mutant power. Popularity.
Yeah. And he says in this book, he like tells Wolverine like he won't be able to die because he's too popular. Yeah. But then he ends up like stabbing him with a fucking
carbonadium blade,
which I don't know where he got the blade from.
Yeah,
he just had it with him the whole time.
There's a few things that Deadpool does in this book that I'm like, that shouldn't have worked, but whatever.
Yeah, and then it kind of wraps itself up with I don't want to spoil the ending, but they do something very clever with the ending of this book.
Yeah, actually, this is one we're not going to spoil if you get the chance to read it. It's pretty good. I like what they did. I don't really understand how they pulled it off. I'm still trying to figure out how they got it to mesh together, but it's good. It's worth the read. Again, it's a quick book. It's again, we're gonna try to cut back on some of the spoilers on what we do these things. We do want you guys to read them, and we know the first couple episodes we went buck wild. Yeah, they were older books too, though. And plus, we needed people to watch us. So
yeah, I guess so. So, but you could definitely check us on Instagram TV a little later after you're done watching this, where we go over the 10 Batman movies from what culture that could be influencing the Batman movie. So go check that out. Again, that's over on Instagram TV. And once again.
Today's shenanigans engine is one that brings me a great deal of pain, but goddamn if it isn't.
Because I requested this.
Did you?
I said you have to pick a Spider-Man one this week.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
I did. You were drunk.
I was drunk,
but it wasn't you. It was the other multi-universe.
That's true. It's the other. Yeah, it's the one that Deadpool probably killed.
It was the. It wasn't the Golden
funny
Boys.
enough, this is accurate. It's his web shooters. Like as much as I love Spider-Man, the fact that they fit on his wrist, that he can shoot out that much, and then sometimes he'll make him into shapes, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Or like I could go to web you up and it's going to wrap around you entirely. The mechanics and physics of these things make zero sense. Like, how do they just fit on your wrist? It should be a backpack, if anything. And thank God, he should be grateful they didn't get full spider anatomy, because he'd just be webbing people out of his ass, which I'm pretty sure is some kind of sex crime.
You made that reference last week.
Did I? I was drunk last week. That wasn't me.
You're right. It was the diamond voice.
The diamond.
The diamond voice.
My eternal nemesis. It isn't diamond voice.
Podcast. But one last time, this is Why Am I Nerd presents Yo What Up Comics. You can follow us on Instagram at Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd, and listen to new issues every Tuesday, I should say, on your favorite podcast service, and catch new
episodes of your favorite issues on YouTube every Sunday night at 6 p.m.
Which is still might change.
Might change. Subject to change.
Subject to change.
Definitely by Monday, though, maybe.
Yes, we'll know by Monday.
We'll know by Monday.
But you won't know until next time we record this.
At youtube.com/weird letters and stuff, because we are not yet verified. For God's sake, people, like, subscribe, comment, do all those things so we can get to 100th. We're going to try and see if we can get a gift card or something for the 100th subscriber.
Yeah, like I said, we know the owners.
Yeah, we can work something in.
We'll talk them to. So, but once again, I'm Cameron James,
and I'm Matt Ferreira.
Until next time, we're out.